Hey everybody, how you doing? Just wanted to touch base. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we did one of these updates, but everything's kind of changed in that period of time. Of course, it can change very, very quickly again. We're going to open at the Kentucky Renaissance Festival on Saturday, so it's just a couple of days away. Assuming everybody can stay safe and that the counties feel that it's okay, that'll continue. And then in another 4 weeks, we should be open at the Colorado Renaissance Festival. I'm doing a lot of work around here in the shop. It's one of those things where we're building stock, we're working on machinery, moving things around, getting set up for what we hope is going to be a pretty strong end of year. That's assuming that we can all stay safe and everybody stays healthy and the fairs can open and people aren't too crazy when they're there, and it's pretty important that we keep that distancing going and not get too crazy, and there's can be a lot of drinking, and that can be something where people don't think too well. So but a lot of swords going on. We're posting up a bunch of stuff on the website, on the Facebook primarily. Definitely doing some stuff on the YouTube, which you'll see, we've got a fair amount of stuff we want to put up. And for the most part, people haven't seen things that are from the Art of War show. So Man at Arms Art of War that filmed on, was shown on El Rey, was not really seen in as many places around the country here in the USA as it was pretty much everywhere else in the world. It's on History Channel or Discovery, but here in the USA, it's on El Rey. And if you don't have El Rey, you didn't get a chance to see it. Well, that means you didn't get a chance to see the weapons that we built. And a lot of the weapons we built were really, really, really cool stuff. Some pretty fantastic pieces. Some bronze work that you don't normally see us producing for sale. So bronze swords, bronze axes, things like that. I'm going to get out there and take a bunch of photographs for you and do some short videos showing you some of the weapons that are on that Art of War channel that you just haven't seen. One of the other things we talked about doing, maybe doing some comparisons where you can see how some of those weapons either compare to the things that we make normally, or it could be something where we show how they compare against each other, kind of like I showed a few pictures of the big Chinese swords versus the big daikatana like we did for Honor, like when we were doing for Ubisoft. So there's a bunch of other stuff like that in the works. Hopefully we'll be able to tell you about it and show you some things soon. But as it stands, we're going to just keep doing a lot of work here and kind of go over stuff. So I'm going to flip the camera around here real quick and kind of show you something. So this is the rolling mill that we've been talking about. Right now we've got the rolling mill, we've got the rolls themselves covered up. The reason they're covered up is we've got a chemical on them that's going to strip off all the rust, because there was rust on the surface, and we've been going through pulling apart sections like the infeeds that were messed up on the thing. I mean, the stuff all worked, but it was pretty crappy. Probably hasn't seen any renovation work since the 50s. So the guys did a lot of degreasing, pulling a lot of stuff off of here, getting this thing ready for paint. But one of the main reasons we did that is not only do we have it up and running here in the shop now, which took some doing, getting some power resorted, but we've slid it over from where it was, if you saw us use it in some of the episodes. And that open space is going to be filled with some new machinery that's pretty cool. And we're making some changes like we talked about before. If you've seen small rolling mills, it's the kind of thing you can put a coin through. We've actually used this thing. We can put a 10-ounce bar of silver in here and make a big sheet, or we can run some Damascus on it. But we'll show you those rolls as soon as that they're cleaned up. We'll go through and kind of give you a good idea of what's happening on this machine. If you go back and you look at when we've used it, or when you've seen it in the background of some other shots, all the electronics were just like hanging out there in space with kind of bad connections. And so we got a nice electrical box on there now, got all the controls in there, got it set up right, grounded. Now everything on that's running. So put some bigger wire on some of the power hammers, got a lot of that stuff straightened out to make it a little bit easier for us. We're just going to continue to keep going on that, and on the next update I'll make sure that I take you through the rest of the shop that we're making some changes, where we've got quite a few sanders that we're changing things around and moving them around, give you a good idea of what we're up to. and we'll just keep making swords. Let you know where they're for sale. We did send a lot of additional pieces to Cult of Athena. They don't have them uploaded for sale yet, but they are in stock on the shelves. So I would say that you'll probably going to be able to make those purchases from Cult of Athena before too long. They'll get that stuff up where you guys can order it directly. It's a little easier sometimes than buying from us directly, because when we're making pieces and putting them up for sale, it's hard to do it all at once, so we just get a few things up. Right now, I've got on the Facebook, you'll see there's quite a few of the small stilettos that we make. I think 12 of them actually have gemstones set in them. So some of that stuff is out there, and we'll just keep doing them. I've actually got quite a few Warhammers in the works. I think we have 12 or 15 Warhammers that will be put up for sale in the next couple of days. So probably about the same time that this video hits, and we'll just let you know. But make sure you check that Baltimore Knife and Sword Facebook. Obviously come back to the YouTube channel, because the YouTube channel is where we're going to keep showing a lot of updates, and there's going to be quite a bit more forging shown on here soon, and we'll look forward to it. All right, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the logo to subscribe, or click the video to see more things we make here at Baltimore Knife and Sword.